Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time for Cobblestone again. Basically, well, a repeat between Virtus.pro and Dignitas. Virtus.pro's first game just passed was very good, honestly. They started off on the T side. I do believe this. I think they're knifing for the sides right now.
Knife.
So if they start off on the T side again, I feel like Dignitas can have a very hard time because their T side was really good. It was really, really good. It was some of the best T side Counter-Strike I've seen in the last couple of weeks of online casting between the best teams we've been casting.
On the subject of knives, we haven't done any giveaways yet this season. So I was thinking of getting some black laminate knives to give away. So let me know what you think of black laminate knives, and don't just say yes because I said one knife. Like if, you know, I'm looking at the new ones. I think what's that blue one called?
Know,
the
mate.
blue camo one.
Do not ask me. I don't know. Don't know anything about knives.
Bright's water. Yeah. I don't know. I think the black laminate knives. I'm not sure what I think. Let me know what you think, and maybe I'll buy some knives. Maybe I'll buy some more Safari Mesh Battle Scarred knives instead and troll people. Anyway, the knife's been done. Dignitas won, and they're going to start on the CT side. Let's see if they can have a better time of it on this occasion. They had a short break because we due to start top of the hour. So there's time for discussion. You know, I believe in MSL. I think he should come back stronger on this occasion. But then again, I mean, it wasn't much they could do against Dignitas in the sense that Virtus.pro, when VP were on the T side, they just didn't give Dignitas the information they wanted. They couldn't identify where they were going. The bomb was never shown unless they wanted to show it, you know? And they had one thing I think maybe some of the North American teams actually are lacking at the moment, like the mid-tier, lower-tier teams, is showing presence, which is something that Virtus.pro did well in some of the rounds in that half also. So, for example, there were some rounds from CLG recently where they would just go for just a straight execute, like with a minute 20 on the clock, which is kind of somewhat rare, and I think they could take a leaf out of Virtus.pro's book in that respect.
Yeah, I think VP played really impressively just because the way their default is set up, it could always have small variations, which means that they know that they're going to do something towards A or towards B, but you can look at that and never know from the information you get because it kind of looks the same to the CTs on both B and A. You don't know, you can't really get that information if there's an extra player on either one of those areas, and the timings were quite similar, so it's, I think, really confusing, and trying to find a way to get that information as the CTs is so hard on this map. So Virtus.pro really abused that. I'm looking forward to seeing this one just to see if, one, Dignitas can do better individually to try to deal with that, and also if Virtus.pro get consistency with that approach on a second map.
So again, it's a slow start to the pistol, but on this occasion, Virtus.pro will have TaZ holding passively outside A. Magic's boy is going to be the other man in the direction of A, and everyone else is towards B. Magic's boy looking to potentially rotate. Are Virtus.pro committed just yet? Smoke's going down. Config spotting some info here. Does he see the conga line to his left though? byali first to go down. Config looking for the second, but flying Pasha will take him away. cajunb's got the range, but he's being dinked, as you can see there. Snax getting peppered and finished off. cajunb is 1 bullet away. No spam through the coop though. Not sure what the Glock will do from that range in that respect. MSL cajunb tagged. TaZ has made his way in the back, and the team is slowing down, letting him open things up. Took a while, but he gets a headshot. Finally, cajunb gets taken down, and MSL last man to get picked off.
Pretty close though. Definitely went down to the wire, and just like the last couple pistol rounds that we saw, always very close, but this time Virtus.pro will get the T-pistol. They actually lost the T-pistol against Dignitas last time, and then Dignitas could only scrounge, I think, in total 4 rounds from that CT half. So this is definitely a grim start. And previously, actually, MSL from the position of danger was able to get a couple kills with a deagle, and I'm sure that's something that Virtus.pro will be on the lookout for this time around, because MSL's in exactly the same position. This is where he did the damage. And previously, Virtus.pro, I think they had 3 to 4 players marching forwards through the middle double doors there, which MSL's looking for. But this time they go 3 players towards A long. Let's see if they can find some success.
MSL with this deagle in his little holes, his small cave, Dan. His small cave is doing him well. His team have tagged Snax as well. Pasha's taken some damage, although I think he can take another dig shot and still live. 3 digs remain, make it 2. MSL now coming in from the back, from the plateau, or the platform, whichever you prefer. Getting more 1-digs here. He's got some nice Eagle stats on this map. pasha offering him the 1v1, but he will deliver.
Yeah, good stuff there from MSL to get the damage that he's been getting off. But it is a 1 round by Virtus.pro, and I like also how they. One thing that you can see be a mistake for teams or a hard thing to deal with is if there is a surprise kill from the CTs in a round like that at the start. Sometimes panic ensues, someone makes a mistake because the plan is broken. But Virtus.pro there, it's like, well, it's okay, we can just fall back a little bit. We've pushed the CTs back, we've got a frag. Let's take the bomb back towards B, let's attack plateau. We spread them out, we've changed their positioning, and now we can have better engagements towards B. We'll take the bomb there. They always had like that plan in mind, I feel like. If something goes wrong, they can do this. And there's a lot of teams that don't think that far ahead. And so it's nice to see that that was a calm approach, or a calm save from Virtus.pro. And at the moment, they're just playing the information game. They've got TaZ, who's basically going in all the most dangerous positions with that Mac-10 in towards the A side of the map, as the rest of the team kind of just waits by B there. And the bomb is also in a fast rotation position if things go badly towards A. So once again, you can see the method here behind Virtus.pro. And slowly but surely, they will discover that most of the players are on B. More frags to be made here. And they're just going to go in just all the way and just kill everyone. That works.
Dig's money is going to be better in the next round than we've seen previous. Although previous they did win the pistol round. But importantly, the buy round comes in. cajunb is going to be straight on the AWP, and he has money for Kevlar. It is a good day for cajunb. But is it a good day for Dignitas? They're down a map already, a dominating map to Virtus.pro, who've got off to a good start on this occasion on their T side, the 3-0 rather than the 0-3. I think, didn't Dignitas get 4 rounds in total on the last map, I think?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was 4 rounds.
Including the pistol.
Yep.
And yeah, so there we go. All eyes on Dignitas. 2 players over towards B for Virtus.pro. Including pasha, who was the harassment man, enforcing the fake suggestions in previous rounds. And let's not forget, we had Magic's boy peeking towards A long on in the previous map, and he got picked off pretty early in the round, early in the game. Maybe Virtus.pro looking for that at the moment. Got a flying TaZ with the Mac-10. He can smell the lack of helmets on these players, but sees nothing there. So they realize the approach of Dignitas is different than before. Risk has been reduced. But what will Virtus.pro do with this information?
Yeah, again, it's I think quite difficult to read. They've changed their pace. They've slowed things down a lot. And the approach towards A has only been with 2 players, but they've been very slow, and they go for the split again, just changing things up. They didn't really show this play often against Dignitas in the past map, to be honest, and so they're going to have to go for the reactive defense here. The skill's going to have to be on point, but it will be Virtus.pro who are able to get all the entry kills. pasha leaping out past the choke points there to grab just 1 more. Definitely makes things very, very difficult here for the Dignitas players. They're going to have to go and save. And again, another well-executed round with a different... they didn't show that round quite like that in the previous map that they played. So I really like that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for. Ability to adapt, playing the same team on the same map twice in a row. By the way, Dan, on this map, you said that the basically behind where cajunb is standing, I don't know if the observer can go third person to look on the wall, but those aren't drawings. Those are actual weapons in those glass cabinets.
Yeah, but they look incredibly flat.
They do, but if you go close to them, I actually went to inspect this, Dan, because that's my level of nerddom, and they are physical weapons. I can assure you, they are physical weapons. So the other one, where's the other one? I'm showing him on the observer. The other one.
Paper thin. I don't buy it. I do not buy it.
See, look, you can see it's 3-dimensional. There. Anyway, yeah. Confirmed.
Right
then.
Mythbusters.
Smoke's going into the B bomb site, but what are the intentions of Virtus.pro? Time is on their side. So is the level of weaponry.
So the cool thing in a round like this as well is throwing those nades early, you might think, okay, what is the purpose of them doing that? Because, you know, they're against what is essentially kind of a... It's, you know, they're probably expecting a force buy of some sort, so they don't know exactly what the other team have. But in throwing those smokes, they could bait out smokes because there's probably a fear of a rush. And there was actually no grenades to throw back from Dignitas, so, well, there is that. There's no nades anyway. I think that's probably the intention there for Virtus.pro, is to get the CTs to throw some nades back.
50 seconds for VP. The bomb seems to be moving towards A. But will they go for a fake again, or will they eventually rotate? That AWP rears its head, and perhaps that will make Virtus.pro start moving faster towards A, but no. They're still chilling out here. Pasha had been left. He will be the sacrifice, and indeed he will be sacrificed. But MSL's up close, not going to get the frag, however. And I'm not sure if you'll see the bomb on def cam. The rotation's coming in, though. And now there are 3 weapons on Dignitas, so the off angle paying off for RUBINO, and they could do a lot here. 2 kills from 1 magazine, and it looks like VP may lose this round. byali with 16 HP. It hasn't worked out for Virtus.pro. Perhaps they just waited too long. Maybe Dignitas was strong enough already with those 2 weapons. Probably a combination of the 2. So Dignitas get an early round, they steal a round. They almost stole a round in a similar situation early in the first match, but failed. This time they succeed. 6 bullets left in the magazine, and they were enough for the second dink.
And I mean, this time we saw Pasha actually not get the kill towards B plateau. We saw that Dignitas actually did step up on individual skill there to make a disadvantageous engagement actually work. So that is what we need to see more of for Dignitas. And now Virtus.pro go for the straight up rush. They showed these smokes at the start of the last round, didn't do anything with them. This time they're going to rush behind them. That is beautiful. And it's so sad because the auto sniper was purchased by MSL. I wonder if he'll even be allowed to survive with it.
I always love, it always reminds me of Astana Dragons on Nuke on the T side, when they always walled out the outside between main and secret. And sometimes they went outside, sometimes they didn't. But the smokes went down, for a period of time, the smokes went down every single round. And that just caused massive problems for the CT side. So, nice from Virtus.pro, showing their prowess on this map. TaZ with 2 kills in that round.
Ooh.
Oh, that sounds so good. Doesn't it sound so good? It sounds like the police knocking on your door / trying to kick it down.
Is that a good sound for you?
You've got a reinforced metal door. When I hear that sound, I know everything's right with the world, Dan.
What, because the police are trying to knock down your door?
Yeah.
All right, then.
The police have never tried to knock down my door, in fairness. I've given them no reason to, that they know of. Moving swiftly on. 5-1. Dignitas. I mean, they have their buyouts, but let's see. Again, Cobblestone is a hard map for the CTs to get aggressive on. It's a difficult map. It has a lot of risks. So they can't. I mean, they're limited in how they can take the fight to Virtus.pro. At the minute, they're just at the mercy of Virtus.pro, having to wait.
Their strong buys are a bit better though than their average buys from the last match. In the last match, they kind of got into this weird cycle of just we have to buy now, but it's not quite enough money. Just cut like constantly. This time they got the auto sniper. Ooh, MSL got tagged there by Snax. You can see the blood on the wall as well.
The crimson.
Now Virtus.pro will be smoked off. So what is the response? Do we get the boost over the smoke? Ooh, oh, that is amazing. That's so good from Virtus.pro. And that's going to send him all the way to the back of the site. The rotation starts to happen. I think byali, I think, starting to move down plateau. What are they going to do here? Because it looks like Virtus.pro in 2 minds. Do they go B? Do they go A? MSL still causing problems. They can't close down A or B. Nothing's working.
Yeah, TaZ, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like he's been detected. 20 seconds left, so it's limited in how much damage he can do as well. He may be forced to save from this position. 4 players surviving for Dignitas, and at this point, that is crucial stuff. They've got players with no money, just nothing in the bank whatsoever, and they have very expensive buy. $26,400 being carried by these 4 players. So it's a desperate round for Dignitas, but also it's fantastic that 4 players survive. This puts Virtus.pro on.
They can
I was going to say an eco down, but every time I do that, they manage to force out the weapons.
Did it go on 8k and TaZ a 3k
oh,
when he saved?
I missed the 8k.
So yeah, they spend everything though, but it makes it very likely that they'll just rush speed this round or something similar. They'll try to take an area very hard. They have a lot of utility though, so it does allow them to play a bit of a slower round. But I think they are going to believe that they will get completely wrecked if they try to play a picking strategy against Dignitas here. It's going to have to be they're going to have to find that moment to shove all in and just hope that they manage to suck out right at the end, James, because they have a huge disadvantage on the weaponry.
Yeah, well, if they go for a connector split, then they might have a good chance of avoiding an auto sniper, for example. But they haven't. Well, let's see what they decide to do. Showing presence for the time being, and they're definitely moving into connector with 3 people there. Nice pop flash coming in from RUBINO, and he's going to catch everybody, but no. Oh, he's going to get 1 frag. After all, trades, Config biding his time, that he'll get traded 1 for 1. cajunb needs to deliver, he's on fire. And now he's been put out permanently. Both CTs remaining out of position. MSL's going to have to be a big surprise with that auto sniper. But I think byali's looking for him. I'm not sure if he was just spotted there. byali moving to a new position. Now he knows where he is. Magic Spoy, last man standing, going for a long-range spray. That's not going to work out for him. So, Dignitas, worst case scenario has happened. That's 2 rounds now. Well, they have 2 rounds, so it's obviously 2 rounds where they win 1 and then get broken immediately. But what are they going to do with their money? There's lots of rounds to fight for in this half. They are going to go the passive route and go for the eco. So, Virtus.pro got their momentum back. Established their power once again.
I do find it interesting after the first map that they pick CT side. Because you said they won the knife ride.
Yeah.
They picked CT side again. They got completely crushed on the last map. And their T side is definitely better. So it does make me a little bit surprised because they get less. They'll, in theory, get less chances probably to play their T side, which is their better side against Virtus.pro here. And one thing that's been nice, I feel like, you know, on the second map we're seeing here, I think we're seeing some better individual performances from Dignitas, which they really need. You can see that in certain spots, you know, where Virtus.pro gains strategical or tactical edges, which I think generally they are doing. Dignitas in those spots have to be able to perform individually to actually to win those rounds, to close those rounds, and that's the nature of Cobblestone, unfortunately, because it's just very hard to get creative as the CTs. You have to basically allow the Ts to do what they want most of the time.
Early pick for Dignitas. Blood sprayed all over the drop. Maybe looking for a headshot, but was the recipient rather than the deliverer. Not many grenades left on Virtus.pro in this case. Running out of personnel as well. Instant rotation coming in from RUBINO. Magic Spoy though doesn't need it. Bombs down now. And opportunity knocks for Dignitas to some degree. Virtus.pro are still going to be in a position to buy in the next round should they lose this round. A minute on the clock, there's time for them to do damage. Just need to catch one person looking the wrong way, and this round could fall to pieces for Dignitas. Config's been boosted though into the drop, so Dignitas being active now with their advantage, not wanting to be at the mercy of Virtus.pro once again. Nice angles being held, byali goes down. One more threat to eliminate, there it is, there it goes. 4 people surviving for Dignitas. So that's good money in the bank. Spent on utility. Those incendiaries are expensive. $600 versus $400 Molotovs. That does add up.
And the interesting thing here is that Snax is on the AWP, and he has been favoring A lot of the time on CT side and on the T side as well. And he is going that direction at the moment too, to perhaps catch off any aggressive plays from the CTs initially, which he has been successful in doing in the first map. This time he gets nothing early on though. And Dignitas, you know, they feel that presence towards B. They're starting to pull an extra man there, which is MSL, who's now in connector, leaving just Magic's boy, who is alone in danger. And he cannot die. He cannot get caught here, and he might get caught because there's a bunch of players there moving in. Neo's making presence in drop as well. This is going to be a really interesting round because Virtus.pro have great positioning now. Oh, that frag is so huge there for Neo. He might get himself a second one. Config is getting toyed with, eventually taken down. Neo is eliminated, but he's done so much damage, and the bomb is freely moving towards A. And Dignitas are wondering what the hell's going on.
Old man Neo still a humongous hero in this game. Dignitas charging through the smoke. MSL not spotting the players behind the wooden panel there, but you'll hear them. You'll see the trajectory of the grenades. Nice hold from Dignitas so far. byali now needs to clutch. 40 seconds for him to try and do this. Makes his way onto the site. But where are the other players? Where are the other two players? byali. Do they realize where byali is? They do now. MSL takes him down. Dignitas on the road to recovery. The winning roads, perhaps.
Yeah, and that's that classic situation where with the positioning that Virtus.pro had, Neo is doing really good damage. He pulled in the entire rotation, but Virtus.pro were a little bit too far behind. I say a little bit, actually. They were quite far behind on the A-long push with the bomb. And that is this like crucial timing that you really have to figure. It's very hard to figure out. When do you start running? And Virtus.pro heavily invested into that B play and lost 2 players in doing so. So the slow rotation just killed them. And now they're back onto pistols. So much better performance this time around from Dignitas. They got 4 rounds again, but they really earned these 4 rounds as they did lose the pistol. And they are playing a lot better, I feel like, against Virtus.pro. Because Virtus.pro are playing pretty consistently. They're just not able to win as many of these fights, which changes the landscape of the match a lot.
Speaking of landscape, Magic's boy is taking an order landscape. He's gone on a tour almost of T-Spawn. So that's a lot of information for Dignitas. But now Virtus.pro are moving pretty fast towards B bomb site. But all the kills coming the way of the CTs, save for 1. Dignitas are going to have a much better score than you did worry about how many T rounds they would get to have. They've got 5 rounds on the board so far on the CT side, and there's 3 more to fight for. So they have a lot more potential already going into the second half than they did previous.
Yeah, they're doing really nicely. I almost feel like last time we saw this kind of spot in the round, Virtus.pro with rush B, and they might do the same thing here because it's almost their answer. Like, we've had slow paces. Okay, they're starting to feel confident. Boom, let's just rush in B immediately. Config is very exposed. He sees all the players though. There's an immediate rotation from Dignitas, and this is smart by Virtus.pro. They're going to pull back and away. They do not have to commit now. They've got the frag. The situation has changed from the initial play that they wanted to make. I feel like if Config doesn't jump in there and see everybody, that Virtus.pro might likely just go for that rush. But they allow they realize the situation is different, and they can make a better play, and they adjust straight away, which is awesome to see. And they're all going along, interestingly, which could work out very well because Dignitas are playing quite passively. They're still playing in fear of B.
Yeah, cajunb, though, has cleared out the plateau area. But still, there's only 1 person on A, so Dignitas may be feeling like Virtus.pro are trying to trick them, perhaps. Are they going to get CTs over towards A fast enough? Molotov's being thrown by Magic's boy. He's got some counter flashes coming in from a teammate, but there's already somebody close to the door, and down goes MSL by that door. RUBINO now trying to charge through the smoke towards balcony, but TaZ is waiting for him. Magic's boy stuck at the back of the site, will save his teammate, but he'll fall to the flames. RUBINO pushing through now. Neo's got the angle. cajunb's coming in for the flank, and RUBINO will need to survive while he allows his teammate to play his position. Both CTs with kits. cajunb being looked for by Neo already, but he's going to be quicker to the trigger. 2 versus 1. Down goes RUBINO. And now cajunb needs to avoid the double peek. Spots pasha, and pasha's all that's required. Had Snax ready for the high ground. pasha with a 4K in that round. Nicely done, sir. Biceps coming through.
Yeah, 4K indeed is very strong. And that's going to give Virtus.pro a hard-earned 8th round. Dignitas with a much better performance this time around. Much better. And it feels like they're actually in the match now, which last map they really did not feel like they were in the match at all. Although RUBINO's on the Mag 7, he's playing drop zone with it. Drop zone and broken wall next to where Config are very nice positions for the Mag 7. So you probably could fall back to that if he wanted to, but he would need somebody else to cover drop for him. And Virtus.pro, once again, just holding with every player here, definitely going for B. And because of their defaults, Dignitas are afraid, I think, to push the A side of the map. Because usually Virtus.pro have 2 players there, even if they're going to go B.
Config holding things down towards the plateau. Rotation coming in from Dignitas. They've lost 2 players now. Config needs to come up for his team and deliver. MagicBoy taking down Snax in response to MSL being taken. Some trades there, but MagicBoy's in a lot of trouble. He's exposed to the drop and to plateau. And I think his teammates hears the sound cues of a rotation, but he can't do anything about it. And now Config is surrounded, and they are on the hunt rather than the plant. And Dignitas will get wiped out, as will their economy. Last round though, so they're forced to buy. Some call it a forced buy.
Yeah, the last round. And it feels quite sad that the best case here for them is only 6 rounds. But that would definitely be workable, and they are supposed to have a good, strong T-side, and it's a T-sided map, so they can definitely play from that position. pasha's going to go in really fast here, straight away. That is a free AK-47 for Config. He's going to be loving that. Big risk taken by pasha there. And you know, he felt he would have superior engagements with the AK, and he would, but he just couldn't get into position deep on the plateau. MSL spotted towards the bomb site, but will they spot the player MagicBoy, who's typically where MSL would play from? And they might run straight past him. They're going to run. They are in fact going to run straight past him. MagicBoy is going to be dangerous in the back, and he's going to take down TaZ as well. Problems here for Virtus.pro in this last round, but maybe they can secure it. 2 players left now for the CT side, but the same can be said for Virtus.pro.
cajunb on the flank with a very powerful pistol. Both players for Virtus.pro have made it onto the site now, but again, look at all the angles that need to be checked in this situation. byali going for the low ground, underneath the balcony, trying to place some blind spots. No Molotovs on the CT side. cajunb coming up the ramp now. RUBINO through the door. Looking for the angles. byali's the big play here with the AK, as his teammate has the AWP. A bit awkward. 5-7 coming into work, but where's the last player? Now it's Tom and Jerry. Snax just needs to waste time. cajunb doesn't have a kit on this occasion. Ooh, does he have time? I don't think he has time.
Oh, he doesn't have time. Yeah, he's about a second too slow, I think. Oh, okay, even 2 seconds too slow there. Wow. Virtus.pro still secure the round. They were supposed to secure, I suppose, but still 10-5. Dignitas are going to have to fight tooth and nail to bring themselves back into this one. They will need to pick up this pistol. They can't set a foot wrong, because Virtus.pro, they may not be, you know, firing on all cylinders, but they're playing pretty consistently well across the board. There doesn't seem to really be, you know, a weak link here. They will just have to outplay them, and they have actually less utility than they did in the previous pistol round. And I thought the previous pistol round from them was really nice.
Let's see what Dignitas can do versus one of the most dangerous teams in the world. Well, the bomb is going to tell quite a story to Virtus.pro, who have a man advantage and range advantages at the moment. MagicBoy versus 3, still doable. Maybe he's able to pick up a USP from somewhere. That is an upright Glock on the floor, not something you see every day. Oh, there's a nice angle being held now, close left. Jumping out, got to give him opportunity, but his crosshair's not going to hit the face. Virtus.pro take another important pistol round, which should take them far away from Dignitas.
Yeah, and they will expect the force buy. No bomb was planted. You know the force buy is coming, and there's limited options for the force buy. It's usually limited to a rush, but you'd expect Dignitas to wait probably 50 seconds before going for the rush if it was going to be B. But because they're going towards A, they can kind of just walk the entire way, or as far as they can walk. Oh, Snax, he's got the Mag 7. This is problematic here for the Danes, but they still take him down in the end, and they will claim themselves a Mag 7, although that will not help them should they push into TaZ, but they are going to find their way back towards B now. But they lost 2 players there. That really hurts when you're playing a Tech 9 round. You need the numbers to get onto the bomb site. Yeah,
the second player, he didn't want to commit that. He had an opportunity. There was a window to hit a lethal shot, but he moved back and then went forward when the Mag 7 was ready to deploy once again, unfortunately. However, now they can deploy the Mag 7. Nobody playing close to the crack in the wall now, as they know what is possible. Got to be careful in the drop as well, the CT side, because meaty shots can be deployed for MagicBoy, who has full health, full armor, by the way. RUBINO cleaning house. MagicBoy making some money, but it was a Tech 9 kill rather than the Mag 7. So not too much damage done. So you see the... Oh no, he didn't move back. It was a player to his other left, so never mind that. Ignore everything I said. 7 rounds between the two sides. Should be 8 with Dignitas on pistols, mere pistols. Can they get any damage done in this round? Virtus.pro have not yet secured their economy. Still early days in the second half, economy-wise, but score-wise, it's pretty late in the day for Virtus.pro, and they're heading towards the sunset on a lovely boat full of champagne and strawberries.
Is there any cream to go with those? Or is it just the strawberries?
Just the strawberries.
Strawberries and sugar. So, yeah, looking really bad for Dig. They've got very few opportunities to get back into this one. This round is going to be one of those maybe 2 opportunities that they have left. The UMPs are out, the full grenades are out there, and we get a... Oh, is this going to be a straight mid-rush? I love these. They're just running for it, basically, all the way. Stepping is heard. Flashbang over. TaZ is going to be in for a very nasty surprise. That's all of the players of Dignitas. You're not getting anything done there. And Dig have the A-bomb site. Boom.
Simple as that. 5 versus 4 retake. And Virtus.pro have no intention of saving in the situation, charging through the smoke. And it's 3 per side now. The balcony being re-smoked once again. RUBINO is being occupied by that. Meanwhile, the action's happening elsewhere. We've got flanks now. People coming in from the back. We've got flanks on flanks. Config clearing out these players. We've got flanks on flanks on flanks. That pasha now. Last man standing versus 2. Virtus.pro are in a position to go for a buy in the next round. They had 2 UMPs at the beginning. pasha can he do more damage? Double peek comes in. RUBINO closes the round for his side. And you can see the money on Virtus.pro, so they prepared for this.
Yeah, good damage done as well. They make it so that if Dignitas lose this round, they're basically done. They're just out of the match, more or less. But the condition there, the win condition of that is that they need to win this round. So let's see how Virtus.pro fare against whatever Dignitas have up their sleeves. Dignitas will not go for the same round as before. They will play a default. 2 players towards A, 3 towards B. Again, very hard for the CTs on this map to understand early on what is the play of the Ts with those defaults. All they know with the defaults is that they're not safe to push, that it's a risk, a big risk to push. And Virtus.pro don't need to take a big risk right now, so they're just going to sit tight and wait it out a little bit. And Dignitas are likely waiting for that timing where you expect it just to be 3 players on B, which is the case at the moment, which kind of it was always the case. But with the extra presence now, TaZ is in a position where he can rotate more quickly to help the B bomb site, and it feels like a drop play is about to occur, like they're ready to go for the B splits.
Config's moving back towards A. He doesn't have much health. Maybe just keeping an eye out for any flanks, and indeed drops being taken, but the counter smokes from the CT side, and they're not willing to give up the tree position, which I love. I love byali's spot right here. I think a lot of teams would abandon this because they'd be afraid, even with the smoke down. Obviously, byali is on a ticking clock, and once that smoke disappears, then perhaps he will take a more passive position. Dignitas patiently waiting. Tree spotted. byali will get a kill though. Can't escape, however, and it's Snax alone in a position where he would like to save the AWP. Bearing in mind, Config hasn't rotated too far away from A. It's going to be hard for Snax to save if they choose to hunt versus Dignitas. 4 players alive for Dig at present. And the CTs are heading for some eco rounds. There isn't great money on the T side either, so...
Yeah, unfortunately for Snax, he can't get the free kill, which he was looking for. And as you say, they need to keep the AWP alive for the next round, as it's going to have better opportunities in the next round to
I had no idea that was a thing. That's awesome.
You didn't know that one?
No.
Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, he'll have better opportunities in the following round to do damage with his echoing teammates. And unlike the T side, if you stay alive after losing as a CTs, you get money, you get the loss bonus. So it's pretty favorable to keep weapons alive for better possibilities for damage, economic pressure. I do like how that difference is in the game mechanics, whereby it does kind of make up a little bit for the fact that the Ts get bonus money for planting, they get more money, or rather they get less expensive buys and so on and so forth. Evens things up a little bit for the CTs. Oh, dirty stuff. MSL's pretty good.
Snax first to go down, of course. Most people, when they're trying to play around the smoke with an AWP, they're further back to look at players moving, Ts moving towards the rock or the cart on the hill. It's not often you see the close play, but then if Dignitas were going for a fast play through the smoke for pop flash, then perhaps that may have been favourable. byali and Neo left on this anti-eco, and Config is just clearing everything out. Do you want the AWP? Yes. cajunb will take that. Thank you, sir. 5 rounds between these two sides. The interesting thing with the with picking up the T AWP on a team where you don't always have the AWP is, I mean, you could argue that the AWP would be stronger on the CT side, so maybe life will be harder for yourself if the CTs win around and pick it up. Then again, at this point, I don't think it matters. Config running into position very quickly indeed, and maybe that was a bad idea, Dan.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very powerful here for Virtus.pro after, well, okay, done. It's done. I was going to say, it's a very powerful way to start the round off the CTs, because that was the guy who had a Mag 7. He picks up an AK, he's much more dynamic. Also, getting this kill, that kill's really important as well, because, I mean, obviously the round was just over because they got wrecked on B as well, but it actually encourages to some extent, or allows some space for Snax if he wants to make a play, or whoever it was, to actually push that area and get information, because you just killed one player there, so you can take that challenge, that risk. But it didn't matter. They killed everyone, and now they're looking to kill everyone again. Such is the game of Counter-Strike. And a lot of pressure on B here from Dignitas. They look fully committed to this. Virtus.pro ready though.
Wall of smokes deployed. RUBINO trying to make his way through those wall of smokes, but pasha shutting things down. Bomb spotted. Full rotation. Just Snax will be late to the rotation. Neo playing around the corner of the fountain through the gap in the smoke. And there's little response from Dignitas just yet. That's a good start. byali going down, but still a man advantage. And again, now it's variance. Who's in the right place around the smoke? Virtus.pro. Match points. 7 of them.
Yeah, it kind of it felt like to me that as though Dignitas are really bringing this series back. It started to look, vastly different. But Virtus.pro, that last round was really decisive, and it doesn't often go too well when you solo push the A-long area. I see for a lot of teams, it's something we didn't see Virtus.pro ever attempt, for example. Anyway, no more time to talk about that. We have the last-ditch attempt here, the Hail Mary from Dignitas. Just rush B. It is often a good go-to, but they are getting crushed as they make their way through the broken wall onto the bomb site. It is not a pretty vision for Dignitas. It's just Magis left. Quick extra frag there from the UMP, but he can't upgrade his weapon just yet. They know where he is as well. The bomb is down on the bomb site. This is awful for Magis, boy. And there it is. It's done. It's over. Another decisive victory from Virtus.pro. Dignitas had a much better showing on their CT side. It was really good, but they just couldn't get it going on their T side as Virtus.pro did to them.
Yeah, I think Virtus.pro were just a stronger team on Cobblestone. So maybe I do wonder if they could play that again tomorrow. If Dignitas would again choose Cobblestone against Virtus.pro, because it's a case of, do you avoid that team on Cobblestone now, or do you go back there and try and change something and try and be better at Cobblestone? So we're going to go for a short break, and then we'll be back and get some words from Dustin Mouret.